Hey everyone, it's Curly and welcome back to Zero, or from Zero in Zero, where I've made a brand new Vanguard Zero account here. You can finally start seeing a little bit of changes here. We have the DICE event that's going on right now. I hope the quick guide that I put in the last video helped out a bit. The only things I forgot to mention, I guess, is you do get some gems from getting this mission. You get I think 200, or this event, so that's nice. Other than that, I think that's about it. We got the Chrono home skin, so finally looks like I'm making some progress here, and I have made a good amount of progress on my account here, but it's sort of been confined to the confines of my section here. I haven't been able to go and do rank fights as much because I need to level up my deck. The G Super deck is a nice starting point, especially for Gear Chronicle, or the G Special deck I should say, but I need some more cards. And what we're going to do today is finally go over how to pull for cards. Really quickly before we do that, in case you haven't figured out how to, change your screens here, in Card Capital 2, you have the ability to change the screens to pretty much your liking. You have, these three screens, which are Home, Fight, Card, and Shop, and you can select whatever characters you want to show up there, as well whatever background you want. And then there are some events that come from time to time that let you just put as your both the character and the background this nice art image. None of those are available right now. Also, we don't have anything unlocked at the moment. These, thankfully, you can unlock without spending money. The characters in the home screen can be unlocked just by doing the store missions. We'll actually go over that first before we go into the opening cards. But you can also get them from events, which is where I got the Chrono with the sportswear. But you would just easily select... this is probably not the best example because I don't have anything else, but I could, for example, change this and just save it, and it'll be whatever I want. So let's say I want the I want it to be this, for example. We can just save here, and then when we go back to the home screen, if we go to the fight screen, it'll look completely different. You can kind of do the same thing in Card Capital 1, except you can only change the person on the home screen. But let's go over back to Character Fight here, because I've been grinding up a lot against Chrono since we've been focusing on only Gear Chronicle for this account specifically. So much so that you'll see here I actually have enough to craft a triple rare already, which is pretty good. My results are a bit skewed because right now there is an event going on where certain characters drop double rewards. They're not only guaranteed, but they also drop double rewards. So for example, if I were to fight Tsuneto here, it says here you get these when you fight him. These aren't always guaranteed. You get, I think, most of them, but there's a chance that you might not get the triple rare one, so it's kind of like a random loot mechanic to it. But whenever they have the up arrow, you're guaranteed to get the max amount of it. And then these guys are special because of the event that's going on. You get double, so you not only get the guaranteed amount, but you also get double what you would normally get, which is a pretty good time to start the game now because of that event, because you can very easily craft up cards, since you can very easily get materials. Unfortunately, the event is ending in 5 days from when I'm recording this. It's probably going to be 3 days, 2 days from when this actually goes up. But you'll also see that I don't have any GR material, or not very much of it. And there's also now a counter up there, which is the days that I've been trying to craft my first CR, to just see how long that takes. You can see it's been 9 days. That's just how long I've been actively logging in and playing this new account. Whether it be playing the entire day or just logging in, whatever the case. That's just how long it's been. Even though this is, I think, only the 4th episode, I'm obviously not going to record every single day because there might not be that much to talk about. But in any case, I wanted to go over the story here. So you see here I have 400 story keys. Story keys are amazing for free-to-play players, to be honest, because they let you do a lot of things. Among the thing that we're going to do now allows you to get gems. So we're going to go ahead and exchange 10 of our story keys here in order to read Chrono's story, which by read, I won't go through it. If there was maybe something to do, but there's also not like English voice acting. But it just gives you a little bit of insight on the characters, which is nice because there's a lot of characters that maybe weren't fully utilized in the anime, or maybe in general, if you see a character you like, you get to learn a lot more about them, and they have a lot of cute, interesting, cool scenarios that take part in this. So you can go through it. I will skip for now. But once we're done with that, you will be rewarded with a whopping 50 gems, as well as a sleeve of Chrono, which is good. And then we can keep doing that until we've accumulated a total of 300 gems from Chrono alone. Then afterwards, we can use the remaining coins, or keys, for two things. So we'll go to the shop, show this, and then we can actually go to finally cracking open some boxes. Or maybe not boxes, but some packs at least. We'll say that much. So I have this full stamina, but we'll take care about that in a second. So if you go here to the item exchange, and go over to Story Key, you'll see that everything's locked here from the start. These couple here are actually for home skins that you can unlock. These are newer versions of home skins, so you can actually either get home skins from completing a character's story, and then there's events that give you home skins for that character, and then there's also upgraded home skins that you can get, but you can get those by exchanging for story keys. In general, you don't really want to do that, because I think I might be able to... What part of the story I have to do? I have to do 6. That's unfortunate. So we won't be able to actually like see it live per se, but you'll see here these are locked. This here, you have to complete the story, which is why they're locked, but they're not as important. Here, while it may be a little bit difficult to see, actually let's just complete the stories really quickly. Alright, so we're back here. As you can see now, if we were to go to Story Key, we'll see here that the home skin for Chrono Generation Next, or GN, is available, so we can unlock that if we want to. But more importantly here, we can see that we can exchange our extra story keys for crafting material, which is pretty killer, because it just makes crafting so much easier, because even though you think you've only crafted, you can then exchange for even more things, which is really nice. So for example, I can exchange, I think I have like 100 of these for, 100 of these, which is sick, because you need a lot of rare materials to craft stuff, because everything requires rare materials except for common cards. So that's another thing that makes story keys really good for free-to-play players, because it makes crafting a lot easier. So it gives you gems, and also it gives you, materials. So try to do your stories as much as possible, and even after you've finished, you can keep grinding against the same character on the Card Capital 2 side in order to get story keys that you can then use for easier crafting. You can also technically exchange your generation material for crafting material. I would not recommend this unless you just need like one hit of these really quickly and you're kind of desperate. You can do that, but in bulk, I would not do this, because again, generation material is really difficult to get. In all honesty, really the only way to get generation material is from opening packs. That's it. Where your duplicates from cards that you get from the newer G booster boxes, those become generation material. That is it. Whereas if you do this, if you go back to Card Capital 1's shop booster boxes, any duplicates here will be turned into crafting material. If you are crafting, or if you are pulling for anything here, I would strongly advise you to ignore the standard tab here, because this is how these boxes were originally released, where they just had support for a bunch of clans all in one box at once. We don't have to deal with that anymore. There is a clan gacha that you can go to and just get stuff for your specific clan that you want. There is no Gear Chronicle 1 at the moment. That will probably be added in a later date. It's the only clan that is missing for this, which is why I kind of picked up Shadow Paladins as a backup here so we can go through this. So first things first, there's a couple of things we can do here. You'll see here we have a bajillion tickets here. If you've been doing the story and character fights on the Card Captor 1 side, you'll be getting a bunch of these vouchers. Once you get 10 of those will turn into gacha tickets. You see that my giant 140 has been turned into a measly 14 packs, which is nice. You also get 100 of these, I think, from starting the game. And then I, for some reason, got a the long-time player appreciation bonus, even though I've only been playing for 9 days. But what you may not know is that there's a bonus going on right now where if you haven't logged in a couple of months, or if you've just been playing, equal to the cumulative amount of days you've been logged in, you get rewarded with a login bonus, which is really nice because it has a lot of really good bonuses and kind of encourages you to keep playing. I've only been playing for 9 days and I got 30 packs this morning, which was fine. Boxes are just what you would, think when you think of a card game. It's just a box with packs in it, and you open the packs to get cards. There's a very important distinction for maybe players that have played like something like Duel Links or anything like that, is that the Card Captor 1 side of things is a little scummy, it's a little crappy. Thankfully, you don't have to spend too much time here. The reason that it's scummy is that it's what I've called a bottomless gacha. What this means is that if I go into the Shadow Paladin clan gacha here, and I spend 10 packs, it'll just randomly give me cards within those 10 packs, and then that's it. There's no concept of a box in this iteration, because you will just constantly keep pulling and the box will, for example, not deplete. This is something that you can kind of look forward to in other gacha games where they have a box, you get packs, the quantity in the box decreases, the cards that are remaining in the box decreases, which then means the more that you pull, the more likely you are to get the cards you want. Even if it means you have to empty out the entire box, you will eventually get the cards that you want, because you'll get every single card, at least one copy. Whereas here, this is bottomless, which means it'll just keep going no matter what, endlessly. So you can very easily open your first couple of packs, get every single card, triple rare very easy. Or you can spend all 5,000 of your packs and just get all common cards, or just all triple rares or something, or all, if only triple rares, all like rares or double rares or something like that. It's just kind of random. The pull weights might not be as scummy, so there might be some like forgiveness that some gacha games do, where if like you spend a couple of packs you haven't had a hit, they'll give you forcefully, they'll increase the rates or stuff like that. But in any case, so for the clan gachas, make sure you do these instead of the standard gachas, because you just get a bunch of other clans in between, which is kind of obnoxious. If you want to focus for one clan, if there happens to be a box of the standard side that has cards you want for multiple clans, sure, I guess. But in general, you just want to use the clan gacha. And also in general, the clan gacha is your way to get older cards that might still be used, but you'll primarily be using it for materials. Because once you get duplicates of cards, they'll be turned into materials of that card. So if you get a duplicate rare, it'll be turned into rare material. You get a duplicate double rare, it'll be turned into double rare material, so on and so forth. So we're just going to go ahead and open up 10 packs here of Shadow Paladin, because we do have the Shadow Paladin super deck, because I wanted to pick up a something that had a super deck that was pretty decent, and one that had a clan gacha that I can get in. So I've opened up 10 packs here. I think in general you want to do 10 packs, at least for the clan gacha, because it increases your rate of getting SPs. You can know kind of right away what your pulls are going to be like, where this circle here, if it stays like blue, that means you'll at best get a rare. We'll put a pin in that. If it's yellow, you'll at best get at least confirmed one double rare. If it's like the rainbow, blue, purple-y, triple rare color, you're confirmed at least one triple rare. But the reason I put an asterisk and put a pin on that is that sometimes you get like a conversion where cards will randomly just be upgraded with a random chance to literally fall from the sky, and you'll see it change, which is pretty sick when that happens. But you can also just skip this if you'd like. But each pack gives you 6 cards. It's usually all commons and at least one rare, I believe it is. There we go. We got the we got at least the double rare that we were confirmed to get. So there's that. And the clan gachas themselves, they just give you cards for Shadow Paladins before the G era. Or I should say for any of the clan gachas. They give you cards for that clan before the G era, which for some clans is good, some clans is kind of whatever. Some clans you can't even craft their materials, so it's the only way to one get those cards, to get materials. We're actually going to get an SP of the Revenger PG, which is nice. And we also got, I have like 4 SPs of this guy on my actual account, because when I was pulling for him I just kept getting SPs of him. Got a couple more cards here. We're gonna open that up here. One thing that kind of annoys me about this is that you can't look at the cards that you're pulling in this view here. It's only afterwards, once you're done. If you click on it, it'll just go to the next pack. Once you're done, you can see all the cards that you pulled. You can actually read them. But you can see here, we got the yellow circle, which, you know, gave us double rares, and that's exactly what we got. We didn't get any higher than that. We didn't have a conversion. So that kind of gives you a quick indicator of what your pulls are like right away. But again, things can convert, become a higher grade, so I don't know whether you should worry about that or not, but in general, you can just skip it, it'll be fine. You can see here, we, I think, had 4 of these guys from the super deck, which is why he's been turned into 20 crafting material. Granted, he does take 100 to craft himself, but it's better than nothing. Likewise with the commons, they become common crafting material, which is pretty good, because again, common crafting material is used for every single card in the game, except GRs, I think. Or anything that uses GR material, so thankfully we wouldn't have to use that. This is because we got a Legion mate. I won't go too much into that right now. So that's how you do things on the clan gacha side, right? There's not really many tips and tricks to go over here. You either can use tickets, or you can use 100 gems. 1 pack is the equivalent to 100 gems. If you want to do 10, you need 1,000 gems, so on and so forth. And then if you pay money and you have gems that you paid with money, like right now I can get these gems, I can use my gems, but I can't use this one because I didn't pay to get gems. You can get a free pack, or not a free pack, you get a discounted pack for 50 instead of the usual 100. That's about it. Again, there's no tips and tricks aside from just make sure you do the clan gacha side instead of the standard gacha side. However, when we go to the G side, things changed quite drastically, somewhat for the better. Let's just go to the first booster box here, because I fought against, or I did Chrono's story, and he actually gave me 5 or 3 packs or something like that. So here's the deal. Now we actually have boxes. So this is more similar to like the TCG equivalent. So if you played any other card game in like real life, or Duel Links, or Master Duel, no, not Master Duel. Master Duel is technically bottomless, right? Yeah. Anything like that, where it has like a box and you can reset the box. This is what you're in for. So what this means is that you can look at all the cards that are in this box. This is everything that's in the box, and you can see the quantities at them that they're in. Obviously, the rarest cards, GRs, are at 1 copy. And the more common cards, commons, are at 20 copies. What this means is that you can keep pulling for this, and you can keep using your tickets, your gems, until you empty out the entire box, use up all 150 of the packs from this box, and you will get 1 copy of every card in this box, guaranteed. And then the box will reset, and you'll be able to do that again. However, you can, instead of doing that, try to sort of hone in and focus on what it is that you want. So let's say, since I, on this account, am playing exclusively Gear Chronicle, discounting the Shadow Paladin for the moment, that would mean that these cards here, this Gabblade, this Saint Blow, this Root Flare, and this, I never remember your name, Mustafa, are useless to me. Completely useless to me. I can't do anything with that because I don't play those clans. That's Kagro and Royal Paladin. Can't do anything with those cards. However, this Fate Rider Dragon and this Ragnarok Dragon I can use, because that's the clan I'm playing. So what I can do here is, since I can reset the box at any point, your main goal essentially is, once you hit and get the GR that you want, just reset the box. because there's only one GR in that entire box, which means once you pull one for that box that you're in, you're never going to get another one. Now, that has a bit of an asterisk applied to it because there are some situations where you only need one copy of a GR. For example, the Fate Rider Dragon here, you don't need multiple copies of Fate Dragon technically in order to get his effect. Of course, you can get multiple if you need to, but there are several GRs that need 2 copies of themselves because they have this ability that says G Persona Blast, which means you have to flip a copy of the same card in your G zone face up. That just means you have to get 2 of them in order to even use the card. You can only use a maximum of 4 of them. So if you get a third one, you have to get an additional one in order to use it. So for anything that has the G Persona Blast, you want to reset your box in order to get another chance to get one sooner. Because if you don't reset your box, and let's say you go in 50 packs into the box, pull your GR, you have a choice of either pulling the remaining 100, resetting the box, getting everything that way, and then getting another shot to pulling the GR you want, or you can use your 50, get the GR, reset, and then immediately you're back at square one, except you have an additional copy of that GR because you just pulled it, and then you can very easily, instead of going 50, maybe go 5, 10, 20 packs in, get your second copy of your GR. And that's already less packs than you used in order to try and get another GR if you just go through the entire box. So I hope that kind of makes sense. TLDR, once you pull the GR you want, if it has a G Flip or G Persona Blast, just reset so you can get another one as soon as possible. So you can be very lucky. In the first 5 packs, get a GR, reset. In the next 5 packs of the next box, get another GR. It's happened. I've done it on stream. It can happen. And that's the ideal situation. There's another thing that you can do in order to not so much increase your odds, but lessen the blow of opening so many packs, is that you can pre-craft. What this means is, similar to the clan gacha side that we were on, whenever I pulled extra copies of cards, they became clan materials for that clan. Instead, if I pull extra materials here, no matter what clan it is, if I have already 4 copies of that card, it will then be turned into GR material, which I can then use to craft, specifically GRs, because that's what they need, but also some other cards. So what you can do is you can craft, for example, all of the common cards that are in a set before you open it. Because then this lets you go ahead and whenever you hit those commons, instead of them being common cards that you get, you can just craft them very easily. This is a little bit easier for players that have been playing for a while because they have more common crafting material, but you should still have a good amount as a brand new player. You'll then have those cards be turned into GR material. Likewise, you can do that with all of the cards in the set. Obviously, presumably not the GRs, because that's kind of defeating the purpose, but with the triple rares, the double rares, the rares, and the commons, if you have the capability to craft them, go ahead and craft them. So when you pull them, in that case, they will just become generation material. This also means if you have materials for other clans that are in that set, you can do the same thing. If you're not playing that clan, like for example, I have a bunch of Kagero material because I'm doing the Fighter's Grade on the Card Capital 1 side. I can craft a bunch of these Kagero cards, maybe not a bunch, but I can craft some of them so that then when I pull it from the box, they will hopefully turn into generation material, right? If I already have 4 copies. So you want to take both of those things and combine them and do that whenever you open your boxes. You want to pre-craft as many cards as you can, usually just the commons, so you can get generation material from that. And as soon as you pull a GR that you need, or a GR that has G Persona Blast, you reset the box so that you can then have a better chance of pulling a second one without having to go deep into a box. So let's just go ahead and spend these 5 packs here. I'm going to disregard the pre-crafting part because I don't think I'm going to be able to do that at the moment. But in general, that's what you will do. We're just going to pull here because we have the 5 packs here that were given to us. So let's go ahead and open that. We actually did get a triple rare here. You can see it. So we're getting at least 1 triple rare confirmed. First pack is a GR. So this is the point that I was going to make it afterwards, but I didn't think I'd get such a shining example where the first pack I would get a GR. So in general, on the Clan Gacha side, you can go in 10 packs deep. That's fine all the time. Whereas on the on the Card Capital 2, the generation, the G boxes, you don't really want to go 10 boxes deep, because you can very easily, in the first couple of packs, get the GR you need, and then, you know, waste a couple of extra packs getting cards you don't want, when you could have just spent like 5 or 3 to reset. Obviously, ideally, if you just open up one pack, and as soon as you get a GR, you reset, that would be the most optimal way, but that's just really obnoxious, so I usually just stick to 5. But yeah, got ourselves a GR, and I actually already crafted this guy, because I needed to craft some cards for the story, or to go through the story, so I actually crafted this, so that's going to be turned into GR material. Let's see what we'll get here. This confirmation, by the way, this triple rare confirmation is for triple rare and above, so that's why that might be the only high rarity card we got, the GR. Let's see what else we got. I got some more cards here. Got a card for Gear Chronicle, which is nice. I got some stuff for Royals and Cowgirl, which is kind of whatever. And the last pack we got here is going to give us a bunch of stuff, which is great. So now you can see here that card I'm talking about. Oh, actually, no, this is a different card. It's turned into generation material instead. Likewise, these commons that I had crafted or gotten, maybe even the same pack that I've gotten multiple of. No, I just did craft the AK. Yeah. They're not generation material. In general, all the commons would be crafted when you do this, and they'll all be generation material. So all of these will turn into generation material. And since you pull so many copies, it does add up after a while. But regretfully, aside from the fact that I don't play Kagura, this is G-Flip, G-Persona Blast, so I cannot use this at all. Even if I wanted to play Kagura right now, one copy of this does nothing for me. So now, if let's say we were playing Kagura, what I could do then is reset this box, because now I have one copy of Root Flare. I can then now, maybe if I'm lucky, open up another 5 packs, get another copy of Root Flare, and there we go. Instead of going through 150 packs and then going, 5 and getting lucky on the first 5 there, 150 packs in total, I can just go 5, reset, maybe go 5 again, 10 packs, 2 GRs. Obviously, the odds aren't always going to be like that, but, the chances of that happening aren't that great, but the odds of you getting the GR are more likely if you reset, obviously. Maybe odds isn't the right word, but that's not crafting, that's opening boxes. I hope that makes sense. I know there's a lot of information, a lot to go through here, and it's pretty important. And it's really difficult because there's so many boxes, you don't know what boxes to open for, and it's all these other stuff. So I get that. So I'm hoping those tricks help you out a little bit. It's not much, but it will add up in the end. The resetting is really good because you can very easily get the GRs you need if you can get very lucky, right? In general, that's what you want to do. The pre-crafting helps you get a lot of material, so if you don't get the GR you got, maybe you can craft it. Unfortunately, unlike the clan gacha side, you can't just use the gacha tickets. Gacha tickets, the generic gacha tickets, they're only for the Card Capital 1 side of things. So here, things labeled just Vanguard. But once you go to Vanguard G, each box has its own set of packs that you have to get, which is lame. So that's why this month, all I've gotten are these Try Next ones, because these are the ones for this month. So I have 26 of these. But if I go to something, for example, the previous month, you'll see that I have 0 of it, which is unfortunate. Of course, you can use your gems to go through these. Also, throughout the month, you'll also get random packs from other sets that kind of correlate to the set you're opening. I don't know why they keep giving us this specific set. While this was a good set, it doesn't really correlate too well with what's going on in this here. But you can also get some stuff from story, but we'll go over that some other time. I think that about does it. That's all I really needed to go over here. I think now we'll open up some boxes. More likely off screen. I don't really know what to do. Again, as a purely Gear Chronicle player right now. Thankfully, the box that is this month, it does have Gear Chronicle stuff. So that is a good thing. I do not really want to waste my crafting material right now. My common crafting material, because I do not have too much of it. But this is at least a set that I can get stuff in. So let's go ahead and just open this. Go ahead and offer maybe 6 of these, and hopefully, since we're recording it, we'll get some good luck and get some GR luck in these 6 packs. End off this video on a horrible note, because we just kind of whiffed. Unless we get a conversion. If I can get a conversion on recording, that'd be nice, so you guys can believe me and know what that looks like. We're gonna get nothing here. Just a bunch of commons and rares. Got ourselves some more commons and rares, SP of them, but that's kind of whatever. Ooh. We got ourselves a GR. I was gonna say, sometimes they just sneak them in even without the conversion, because this is a goddamn GR. It's unfortunately for Neonectars, so I can't do anything about that. And then this is a double rare. So this is usually accurate, but sometimes they like to mess with you and like get your hopes up. Or not get your hopes up, but get you excited, thinking like, oh man, I got nothing. Oh, a freaking GR. This is a nice GR because I don't think I need multiple copies of this, to be honest. Not that I'm playing this. Yeah, this doesn't need multiple copies. So for example, I don't need to reset. Aside from the fact that like I'm not playing Neonectar, I don't have to reset. I did get one Gear Chronicle card here, but I don't think it's something that's used. I don't think I got anything that's really used, but hey, we got one of the GRs. I would reset, but there's no point. You kind of have to like weigh your options here, because there's less cards to pull from, which means it's a greater chance I'll get the cards that I want. But obviously if you already got the GR you need, you should reset. But if you go in deep, you know, the more deeper you go, the more odds you'll get your card you want. But you know how it is, it's the gacha game. As soon as you're trying to go in for something, they're going to give you everything else until it's the last pack, and then that has what you need. But in any case, I will try and open up some packs, maybe finally spend my gems on some packs here, try and beef up my deck, see if I can finally do some rank fights for real, because once I got past the bots, I was kind of getting my ass wiped. But in any case, I guess TLDR for what we went over today. We went over the story keys and the story missions. Make sure you do those to get, you know, your gems, and also for crafting material. And then we just went over boxes. For the G boxes, it's a box. Just reset when you get a GR, whatever you want. Try to pre-craft all the cards that are in that box beforehand, so everything can be turned into crafting material. And for the clan side, or the regular Vanguard side, Card Capital 1 side, those have gacha tickets. You can use any of the gacha tickets for any of those boxes, but only use them for the clan gachas, because you get more value out of that, and it's more focused. Pick whatever clan it is you want, use that, ideally get some cards that you'll need, but in general you'll be using that for materials. But that's about it. Until next time, take care of yourself, play Vanguard, and have yourself a damn good one.